here, and it's unbelievable. Go to clevelandutilities.com. Well, look, well, Kim wouldn't leave, and that's just
I love it here.
She loves it here. She won't leave, but no. So I invited Kim to stay because we have our weekly segment with Direct Primary Care Associates Brian Fretwell. I said, well, this is perfect timing. You got the Idea Leap grant starting today, and here's our first Ocoee region winner.
I know, it's incredible.
The Lord is in it.
Direct Primary Care has been fantastic for the program. They're a great example of what we're talking about. I mean, what a fantastic company right here at work in Cleveland, Bradley County. You're in Dalton. Where else are you up to?
We're doing on-site clinics all over. We've actually had some folks that we weren't expecting who border our towns that have asked us to expand our services, so we'll be expanding more north and hopefully other places too. I'll announce that later.
Sounds like they're.
Well, you put me on the spot there, Kim, because I'm like I don't want to lie, but I don't know how to say this.
I just want to talk about what a great local business you are, especially. And was it 3 years ago now you won our top Idea Leap Grant Prize?
Yes. We lead a lot with our pharmacy program because of what TVFCU was able to do, and able to do that at nearly zero price because of that, to able to get that off the ground. And it's funny because I know that I've spoke at some TVFCU events, and I always like to update, and we've been doing some lunch and learns about some new laws that have changed, again, in DPC's favor, and actually in business's favor is really what I should say, but it allows them to fund. And everybody understands the pharmacy part. Everybody understands the savings, but I had just updated our savings, for our area, and we're now over $3.2 million in savings that a grant of $20,000 was able to afford.
Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. Exactly what we're talking about with this program. We know at TVFCU that giving this money, it's no strings to businesses doing great work, just multiplies and amplifies for everyone here. And you guys are a great example of that.
I want to qualify how we calculate that too, because we track every prescription that we write, and we check that against what a person would pay, whether they have insurance, don't have insurance, what the good RX price and all of that is, and how we derive that number is based on those factors. It's not a one size fits all. We take all factors into that, so it's a very real number. And when you look at that, and it feels so big, it feels like almost like incomprehensible that our little organization, that's, we're spread out around an area, and the people that we take care of, and it is mostly companies, they're the ones between the companies and the individuals that are saving that money. Now, on the other side of that access to care and people actually getting their medications and not having to decide, and we really do, even our working class folks do often have to decide, am I going to get my medicines this month, or am I going to get my groceries this month? And that is a horrible place to be. And TVFCU helped facilitate that. So it's bigger than just the money. It really is. And we always talk about like the end point. Where does the end point land? Like if we have this effect up here with $20,000, what happens down here at the terminal end of that? And the terminal end of that is the people and the people in our community that we get to serve. So
Kim, it all kicks off today, and again, we just had the McGraths in with Visionary Motorsports this previous winter, but Brian kicked it all off with Direct Primary Care Associates. Again, how do people get registered?
You just need to go to tvfcu.com/idealeap. And of course, we've got it all over our social. 9 a.m. today is when the applications open. And I just know you'll back me up on this. If you are a small business that work in our communities, apply. It is not a difficult application. You get to talk about why you love your business and why you love what you do, and you might end up with a whole bunch of money.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions about it, give me a call. Yeah. I will absolutely. I'm the biggest advocate of this because I really had no idea about it. I actually work out at Kevin Young's gym at Hit 10, and he had applied.
That's right.
And he would get to a certain point, and he got frustrated. He was like, "Man, I put in for this grant, and I had to interview, and I didn't get called." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah. The next year rolls around. He's like, "Well, I think I'm going to put in for it again." I said, "Well, I think I'll put in for it too," and we won. He was pretty salty about that.
That's a great business, though, that, he's made it to the quarterfinalists
Yes.
at least, and even semifinalists. So all through the process, you get a lot of media attention thanks to wonderful partners like Mix 1041, who also understands the value of supporting local business.
Well, it's not how you talk off the air.
But that's another valuable point. Like, everybody who puts in you get attention because our small business is the biggest problem that we have is people knowing that we even exist, what it is that we do. And I know that I was in one of the meetings with you guys or a presentation where they talked about the media reach and the media touches that just about being as a part of this program. Guys, you don't have to win to get $1 million worth of advertising. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what this program
And
does.
that's just
really,
the one
thank you.
spot here in
And
the
you're wearing
morning.
the right color today too, by the way.
Yeah, let's go. Orange.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Well, what did you? We blindsided Brian here,
Yeah.
but what did you really come to talk about?
TVFCU Leap Grant. What are you talking about?
I love you.
Listen. Listen.
I know.
Direct Primary Care Associates. I mean, we have our stickers on our door. We have our big bonus check in our conference room. So anybody comes. We are the biggest fan. And here's the other thing. I have been a member of TVFCU since I got out of the Army in the early '90s. It was the first place to open bank account. I still have that exact same bank account. They have financed homes for me. They financed cars for me. They've helped me with my business. Drew Holbrook, is a fantastic friend. If you need a business loan, please call Drew. He's absolutely awesome, and he loves to hunt ducks. And so we usually end up sitting around talking about duck hunting probably more than we do anything else.
As fascinating as that sounds.
Yeah, but TVFCU has just been instrumental in my life, and I just was blessed enough to lead our organization because really it wasn't me. I just got to present what it is that our group does. But TVFCU Leap Grant is a fantastic thing for our community.
We're joined by Brian Fretwell, Direct Primary Care Associates. You did a lunch and learn here in Cleveland, very successful last week at the Chamber of Commerce. I know you've got another one you're doing. You did one, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah.
Tell me about these and the focus of those lunch and learns.
Well, there's a law changing that really puts direct primary care in the center of healthcare now. We used to kind of be on the fringe of people not knowing what it is, and we didn't have, I don't want to call it legitimacy because we've always felt legitimate, but a legal legitimacy. Because the IRS always looked at direct primary care as an insurance plan. They're the only ones. There's a lot of back and forth. The House, the Senate, bipartisan support, all sending them letters. Hey, this is not how this is supposed to be. The state of Tennessee even passed laws. Direct primary care is not insurance. It didn't matter. The IRS has changed the law. So, in Trump's one big beautiful bill, and that's you can argue the rights and wrongs of that. But within that, two sentences. They put two sentences in that bill. In Section 71308, it says direct primary care is not insurance. And direct primary care, you can pay for direct primary care memberships as part of a health care plan. So those two sentences fundamentally change, and it's not my prediction, it's a lot of our predictions. There's a lot of us across the U.S. That from brokers and insurance companies and other direct primary cares that are working together to fundamentally change the way healthcare looks in America. That's more for people. And right now in our area, we're getting 20 to 30% renewal increases across the board. So guys, if you're out there getting these huge renewal increases, just give us a call. We work with brokers who understand how to be strategic. And so these lunch and learns are about being strategic because now you can use pre-tax dollars and get triple tax benefits from using DPC in the center of your plan. So that's what we've been doing, is trying to educate the public in what happens. Now, if you have an ICRA, you have an HRA, you have an FSA, you can go ahead and use us. You can fund us through that. And so we teach people what those different acronyms mean, and who funds those. But the biggest one is HSAs. HSAs now on January 1st are going to be able to fund direct primary care associates, and companies can actually use it to a tax advantage, and individuals can take that with them wherever. And then they own the product instead of renting it from insurance companies.
Wow. Brian Fretwell, Direct Primary Care Associates. Brian, how do people get all the information?
If they're not asleep after my long diatribe there, they're cross-eyed, like I have no idea what he just said, but it sounded really cool. So if you're not asleep, it's dpca.health. You can visit us there. You can always give us a call at 423-650-4831.
If they are asleep, we'll just turn them loose on Kim Gunter here. She'll wake them right up.
That's right. Hey, and you talked about TVFCU, so I have to talk about direct primary care. I've been a patient, and it is fantastic care. So he's talking about, the benefits of how it can get paid for. Now, that's incredible. I didn't thank you for this spot because I did not know about that law change. But you get care for a full half hour. It's not rushed. When you go see your doctor or your physician, you are actually spending time with them. They are about improving your health, not about we've got to get you in the office because otherwise we can't bill insurance and we don't get paid. Their system is truly about taking care of your full health. You can text your doctors. You can do video. Like, you can really get to know your physician, and they really want to improve your health, not just bill you. I don't know what way to say it.
This is really where I do the worst job, and you're reminding me of that, because every lunch and learn that I've had, I swear I've walked out of those lunch and learns, and I forget who did it here in Cleveland, but yesterday Sheriff Joe Guy was at ours, and he texted me. He literally said, "You need to have more patient testimonials, patients talking," because I talk about the business end of it all the time because that's where I live.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Ultimately, where we're trying to get to is where those patients are. So thank you,
Well,
Kim.
guys,
for
thank you very much, and maybe you guys can finish this outside. It'd be
So Steve's got to go.
This love fest. You're creeping me out. I don't know. That's a joke.
We love you too, Steve.
Well, we love both of you.
And
You guys
Bridget.
are great. All right, hey, no kidding. Idea Leap Grant, TVFCU kicks off at 9 o'clock. One more time, Kim. How do they do it?
tvfcu.com/idealeap. Check it out.
That's Brian's a tremendous example of this. All right, and a lot of things. We won't get into that. Brian, UT at Mississippi State. What happens tomorrow?
Oh, I'm still trying to get over that Georgia loss. But that being said, I think Tennessee comes in and makes a statement. I think that they're going to roll, and I think they're going to put up a lot of points. I'm saying 42-20.
Okay, I would agree with that. I got this at Town Square, by the way. You like this?
I am heading there this afternoon.
little
Listen,
different look.
I have a Johnson and Murphy shoe thing. Yes, I am that guy.
Yeah, you told me.
And Larry takes great care of me. If they don't have something, they order it. So he ordered some shoes a little while ago and waiting on me to swing by there.
Yeah,
So
Larry, we need to get those in for Brian.
he already did.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh.
It gave me 3 versions of it. He's like, "Hey, I ordered the ones you want, but I've got 2 other ones too for you to look at." So
He's going to take credit for that now.
Oh, I
That's all right, he
I
always
totally
does.
do. All right, Bridget, come on.
Okay, let's get a check of traffic.